I do have a lot more books. I had a lot of screenshots, as you can tell. Some of you guys are grown adults and you have this bad of a rivalry. You guys can do your own thing. Like, I don't really care about you guys that much. It's much through. Like, okay, wait, let me find like, I love them. Oh my god, I literally love them. I don't think that it was slow. Hello everyone, welcome to my floor. We are going to talk about all of the books that I've read in February. I didn't really have that good of a reading month in February. I read so many more books in January. That's because January was the start of the year. Like, I was just on a kick of like, I'm gonna get so many books read this year. I did do kind of good, I guess. I read 4 books in total, but there are 5 books here. Kind of confusing. I do have a lot more books to talk about because some were DNFs and one I'm currently reading. So let's just get to chatting about these books. So the first book isn't even on this stack. I didn't want you guys to get the hint. Now that looks kind of ugly in the back. I read A Court of Mist and Fury. It was like half last month and half this month because it's a super long book. I like when you can read a sequel to a fantasy and there's no more like real world building because you already know. Like, you already know what the world is. The world was already set up for you, so it's so easy. Even though this book was long, it was so easy for me to get through because I already knew the world. It was not like fantasy things that I need to learn. It was a little bit slow in the middle. I feel like you could have cut out like a good section in the middle, but when you get to the end, it kind of makes sense. I love Sarah J. Maas's writing, so this book I gave a 4.5 stars. The reason it's not a 5-star is because I feel like it just wasn't a 5-star. Like, it didn't give me the 5-star feeling. I really liked the book though, and I'm really excited to start the rest of the series. I need the next book ASAP, but I can't find it literally anywhere. So it's either I tell you my opinion on a book 0.2 seconds after I finish it, or you're not gonna get really my honest opinion at all because I'm just gonna forget everything that happened. Moving on to our next book. I think that I want to go on another high note. So I read Yours Truly. This book is the cutest thing. I loved it. I read it in a video with you guys. I forget which video it was. I think it was my reading rom-com books for a week. This book was so cute, and it kind of felt a little bit like an Emily Henry book in a sense, just because it wasn't just a rom-com. It had so many other different things happening to the characters in this. I just love when characters have depth. Like, give me a character with depth. Give me a character with like 20,000 things going on in their life, and I'm automatically connected to them. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want just a cutesy little romance. I want like it to be a little bit gut-wrenching. So, well, I wouldn't say it was gut-wrenching, but so this book is a split POV between Brianna and Jacob, and they're like enemies to lovers. They both are doctors, and it's the cutest little story. I loved it. I said little story, but it's actually a pretty long book. So, really liked it. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I think you should go read it because it's so cute. And I also need someone to obsess over this with me, so if anyone's read it, please obsess over it with me. Okay, next book I also read in my little rom-com books video. It's Hook, Line, and Sinker. I gave this a 3 stars, and let me tell you why. I felt that there was no plot. If there's not a plot in a romance book, I want to go jump off a bridge. Like, that's how I feel. I enjoyed the romance aspect of this. I thought that they were cute together, but there was nothing else going on. And this book was set up so well to have a very interesting plot, but it just kind of felt stupid. And then their third act breakup, absolutely hate third act breakups unless they make sense. Sometimes they can make sense, but if it's stupid stuff, oh, I got a big job opportunity, I need to go back to the city. I got to the epilogue of the book and I felt nothing. Like, when the couple finally got together in the end, I was just like, good for them. I didn't feel anything. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like, thank God they finally got together. No. I was just like, cool, moving on. It was just like, oh, you guys can do your own thing. Like, I don't really care about you guys that much, but like, you guys are cute together. Also, the reason that this is not like a 2-star or a 1-star book is because what am I trying to say? Because I flew through it. Because it was a small, easy read. Like, it didn't feel like a long book, even the way that it was written. I liked Tessa Bailey's writing style because it just felt like the book flew by. I felt like I read it in like a day. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it, so it's a 3 stars. Okay, big announcement, everyone. The stickers are officially off my Kindle. I had stickers on my... You guys don't care. You guys actually don't care at all. You came here to listen to me talk about books, but I'm gonna talk anyway. It's what I do best. I had stickers on my Kindle, but they were like really ugly and kind of looked kiddish, so I took them off last night officially. And I like it so much better, but I feel like I need to get a clear case so I can like put other stickers, because now my Kindle's like has sticker juice. I don't know what it is, like glue on the back of it now, and I kind of don't like that, but tell me what to do with my Kindle. The reason my Kindle is out is because I wanted to talk about the next book that I read. I read Divine Rivals on my Kindle. I loved that book. If you can't tell, I gave it 5 stars. It's basically a fantasy book in my fantasy era, so that was already a star for me. How did I forget their names? Oh my god, how did I forget their names? I'm gonna lose my mind. How did I forget their names? I just finished this book yesterday. Hey Siri, what are the characters' names in Divine Rivals?
I found this on the web.
No, open it. Like, lady, let me open it. Gosh, okay. Anyways, this follows Iris and Roman. It takes place while there's like a war going on between 2 gods. Iris's brother went off to the war, and she is, you know, at home with her mother. She's basically working as a writer, and so is Roman. They are competing for like the top spot, and whoever doesn't, you know, get the top spot has to resign and not work there anymore. It goes from that to Iris trying to find her brother. The whole book is so good because I forgot to mention like the biggest thing. They have like magical typewriters that were like passed on through their generations that they like talk to each other through, like send letters, and it automatically gets to the next person no matter where they are in the world. And I was like, this is so fantasy, cutesy. Like, I haven't really read a cutesy fantasy book, and that was so cutesy. It wasn't really, let me take back my words. The book dealt with like grief and heartbreak and like so many other things, and also like war. It had me crying at some points. I screenshotted so many things from that book. If you get one thing from this video, go read Divine Rivals. I screenshotted so many things from the book. This is bad. Okay, wait, let me find like a really good quote. I love them. Oh my god, I literally love them with all of my heart. One of the quotes says, "She saw the light, but also because she saw the shadows." Tears streaming down my face for no reason. There were just like so many things going on in the book that I was just like, and it also says, "It isn't a crime to feel joy." Just like thoughts that the main character was having, like dealing with all of this like grief and heartbreak and war going on around her, and she's trying to find like joy in it and not, you know, be depressed. Let me try to find more little quotesies. Pause. I will find them, don't worry. Yeah, so I had a lot of screenshots, as you can tell, that I freaked out about. I don't know. I loved the story. I connected with it a lot. Needless to say, it's a 5-star book. I have been thinking about it ever since I finished it, and I will continue to think about it for the rest of my life. I'm very mentally unstable due to that. We're gonna continue. The next things to talk about are my 2 DNFs. We're gonna go fast over these because they don't deserve the time of day. First one was Last Chance Books by Kelsey Rodkey. It's an enemies to lovers. One girl works at like a family-run bookstore. The guy works at like a chain bookstore right across the street. They're competing, obviously, for customers. And hold on, you mean to tell me you guys are grown adults and you have this bad of a rivalry? Like, chill out. It's not that deep. I also just wasn't really interested. I could pick up this book later at some point in my life, but I don't think I'm gonna do it anytime soon. The next one is Loath to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. Only reason it's DNF'd is because 3 novellas, but it's novellas of like 3 books that actually are existing books out in the wild. I didn't really want to read the shortened versions. Last thing, and I have to talk quick because my camera's gonna die, is the book that I'm currently reading, which is 7 Days in June. Was hyped like so much, probably like a month or 2 ago. And of course, I'm always late to everything, so I'm just now reading it. I am currently only on page 37, so as you can see, there's a theme to the type of books I like. I don't like when it's just romance. I'm bored with you guys. Give me something deep and a little bit depressive from your life, and then I'll connect with you. I just wanted to add this book to the video because I'm going to finish it by the end of this month, but obviously I need time to edit. This will be done. I don't have a rating because I'm not through it yet, but I will be through it soon. I'll update you guys later on it. These are all of the books that I've read this month. Not really, because 2 of them are DNFs, but I'm not gonna cut my losses too soon, okay? These are the books that I read. Some I DNF'd, some I hated, and some I loved. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know any of your opinions on any of these books. I will see you guys super soon for my next video. I love you so much. Stay tuned for my March TBR because that March, April? Wait, what's next? Yeah, it is March. I'm just stupid. Stay tuned for my March TBR video that's coming super soon. I love you so much. Goodbye.